So today's herb of the week is not an herb, it's really two herbs. It's high dose Ren Shen Ginseng and high dose Gan Cao Licorice, both of which tonify heart qi, but tonify it differently. Ren Shen is a qi tonic for the spleen and for the lung, and in high dose for the heart. And it has the quality of a very tonified spleen and lung, in that in the spleen, it's this power of boom, a kind of integrity, like a mountain, so that you are mountain hearted. And in metal, there's the quality of righteousness that's like a temple built on that mountain that shall stand. I joke around that the quality of Ren Shen Ginseng is like a Volvo, that in a collision, it's not the Volvo that gets totaled. So to be Ren Shen hearted is to have that heart that's strong and present and not faint of heart. It's the primary herb for shock, which one of the signs is fainting. And if there's any faintness of heart, I was like, there you go. And I think of it very often right now as far as being able to be in the presence of collisions with reality that are not for the faint of heart, a kind of strength for showing up. Take a moment to actually feel this, not just think about it. Ren Shen Ginseng is not a comfortable herb for people who have mental constructs that actually don't fit their body. If you are shooting yourself into being a particular way, like trying to think yourself, like impose an integrity on yourself from concepts, it will raise your blood pressure. It will make you very uncomfortable. People often have very difficult Ren Shen reactions when there's that discontinuity between intentionality and the actuality of your terrain. So feeling for, from the ground up, what it feels like to be mountain. A mountain is not afraid to be heavy, for one thing. It's not afraid to be just boom. There's a kind of relaxedness. I mean, mountains are not uptight, right? They're not like, they're very strong and very present, but they're not tense and they're not aggressive either. Mountains are not hair trigger. So we're feeling for in our body, from the spirit of the mountain, from the spirit of Ren Shen, what it would feel like to be wider, more solid. And even if there's a hurricane, the mountain will still be there. And feeling for what it feels like, you might want to put a hand on your heart area, especially the lower heart at the base of the mountain, to feel for, okay, Ren Shen, I'm open to step one. I'm open to receiving the spirit of the mountain, the heart of the mountain. Yeah. That's Ren Shen, and you can feel a little bit of the metal on the edges, that sense of that which is sacred will endure through time. That quality of the heart. Commitment showing up. Yeah. It shows up in the moment, but it's very aware of, through the metal part of it, that this is one of many eternal moments. Now that strength of the mountain, that strength of Ren Shen, the strength of the Volvo, the strength of the martial artist who has such integrity that they can chop through boards or kick through bricks, is very, very different than the spirit of Gan Cao Licorice, also a spleen and lung qi tonic that in high doses for the heart. I'm different already with it. Gan Cao Licorice is also so strong, but it's the strength of the beanbag chair. If you karate chop a beanbag chair, what happens? The beanbag chair, it absorbs it. Gan Cao is the spirit of tolerance. It's a different kind of integrity, the integrity of tolerance. Like, I'm a beanbag chair. You want to do this, you want to do that. I'm right here and I'm showing up, but I'm showing up soft. I'm not like, boom, martial arts. I'm like, okay. So it's whatever it is, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It doesn't have to be sushi. My inner Gan Cao makes a kind of softness, and there's a kind of generosity when it's up on the level of the heart. When it's the spleen, it's really, tolerance and welcome. When it's in the heart, there's actually a nobility to having a heart so merciful that it can be generous with what comes. It's the opposite of picky, picky, picky. It's not a picky heart. It's a merciful heart. It's an easygoing heart. It's a compassionate heart. It's a showing of softly, able to be impacted, but not reactive. Again, see if you can feel how different that is. The softness of leeway and tolerance in the earth, the extra bit of sweetness that in high dose allows the heart to show up with the generosity that there's a Sufi saying that reminds me of. If you want to be generous, first be rich. Or if you want to be generous, it's good to be rich. Gan Cao is that richness, that abundance, that taste of the sweetness and the mercy inside of our heart that allows us to be in that place of free to give the mercy and the compassion and the tolerance in the face of what happens. There it is. That is happening. What I'm bringing to the potluck is mercy and compassion and the generosity of tolerance. So that is the herbal weather report, or those are the herbs of the week. Thank you.